All right. So, basically, we got back into the village. We've sabotaged the truck that the reporters were in, so they're stuck here, and we're trying to find a place for them to stay for the night. We're trying to see. The mists are going to come. We're just trying to see who lives and who dies. So we're going to see if anybody screws up big time. And we're also still trying to meet the rest of the village after we came in the right way. How are you doing? It's obvious. Just as expected, the road service would take a long time to get here. They'd be here sometime in the middle of the night if they tried to come away. Mountain Road was even more dangerous at night, so they agreed on the service coming early morning. Which led us back to the talks about where they'd stay, and we know that they're not even going to be able to leave if the mists come tonight again. So, it's going to suck for them. Though, by the time that discussion was over, Yamawaki, who was done talking, had left. She really gave us outsiders a cold shoulder, huh? Takumi tried suggesting they stay in their van, and I was surprised to hear that they were receptive to the idea. Really? That's just going to get them killed. Them being a man or woman was one thing, but I was more concerned if that van had enough space for someone that huge and another person to lie down. Still, it looked like they were about to agree just to leave it at that, but that was no good. They wouldn't survive the night like that. Yeah, we already know. Oh, I thought they were going to flash back to the past life. Don't need that happening again. So far, the only people I hadn't met were the students who are in school, Kanzo, who is the elder. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thanks for watching. I mean, I'm enjoying this game. I went from having a list just to see, who's going to die, just for me to go back in time now, and thinking everything's going to change. So I just have this journal out that I've been writing notes on, just to remember everybody's names. But I might still check notes to see if things do change. Like if there are different wolves this time. Because we ultimately lost. Yeah. I'm just jumping into wild theories, and now I'm like, okay, my theory is things are going to change. Someone else, there's going to be a different set of wolves, and there might be a third wolf coming. Because I'm still wondering why there were 3 wolves in the ending of the first full playthrough before being able to go back and sneak into the village. So far, the only people I met, the students, Kanzo, who was out hunting since this morning, and the old man who cried wolf. I don't care about the old man who cried wolf. I have skipped the hint corner because actually what I did was after I stopped, I went back and actually looked at the hint corner because I didn't know what they were going to say. But when I saw it, I realized I should be doing this. I should be reading this. Because it's not spoiling anything. It's like saying, hey, you should find another way around or something like that. It's something that we would already know. I'll just have to showcase that sooner or later. Probably just start it from here on out after every game over, and then, or every game over that leads to a key. Something like that. Because at least the ones that lead to a key have unique hints for you. Since I met just about everyone, chose to take my leave. It wouldn't have been natural if I tried to talk them out of that. I had to get places for them, but my only option was one I didn't have much faith in. Oh no, I'm going to be asking him. Anyway, doorbell. Oh, you're the new one. What do you want? Yeah, I'd like to have 2 reporters, live in your house for a little while. There's a problem I think a village head can solve. Yeah. The fourth wall breaking is pretty bad with some of those hints. I mean, I get a good laugh out of all this, so it is what it is. There's a problem I think a village head can solve, and not an elder. You. Well, I don't mind the sentiment. You can knock off the awkward flattery. Why not act more like yourself? Was my politeness that insincere? Sorry, now, about what I came here for. Huh? Is it true that the mists are coming soon? The effect of my words had on Kiyonosuke was impressive. He tried to act calm, but his wandering eyes made it clear he wasn't. What? Who told you about that? Who mentioned that superstition to you right when you just got here? Uematsu. He fell silent. The guy was easy to read. Someone else told me that the mists themselves, though. The one who sent me here was Shoji. Oh, Shoji. He's 1 year younger than me. What'd he say? I might have misheard it, but he said that there might be mists soon. There was no truth to my words, but they would become true when the mists came. I mean, that's one hell of a gamble. But Uematsu said that there's something that must be done if the mists come. There are people who are stuck here because of their van and flat tires. I'm wondering what they should do. Oh, that's news to me. How troublesome. It is. What do you think? Early summer mists here in Yasumizu happen only every decade or two. Decade or two. Yeah, some of these people have survived longer than a decade or two, and they have yet to have the mist that they're referring to. It's a little weird. Well, it wouldn't be impossible for them to appear now, but I don't think I saw signs of it happening anytime soon. I see. By the way, what's so dangerous about it? Everyone seems so tense. When the mists come to Yasumizu, someone always dies. Was that an okay thing to say? Oh, don't misunderstand. The mists you get here are far more dense than any you know. I hear they make you as good as blind. That they do. I knew that, but yeah, I couldn't imagine mists that dense unless I saw them for myself. That's why the people here were taught to stay indoors whenever that happened. But you have fools who still go outside and fall to their deaths or something. Yeah, good deflection. I see. Music's a little loud on my end. Did you see the destroyed construction site not far from here? That was a project run by my family, but it ended when the mist led to on-site deaths. Seriously. They could have pulled out sooner, but the overseer was too strict. You know, they just wanted to get the job done and get the hell out of the banished village. That's all. Felt stupid for ever considering crazy theories about some Serenaga illness. That mist was dangerous in and of itself. That made for a good official reason to stay indoors when it came. He seemed to believe the official reason and thought it wouldn't kill him. If he actually knew about the true dangers lurking in the mist, he'd do everything he could to leave Yasumizu. He was from a head family, but he didn't seem to know all the secrets. She, on the other hand, must have known something. I'd love to find out more, but... Hold on. He just told me something weird. The mist led to on-site deaths? Did you see the aftermath of the landslide uphill? It's been like that ever since the Nosato got to work on the place 8 years ago and it collapsed. They were too freaked out to even clean it up. I ended up digging out the workers' corpses and burying them. I was told that Takumi buried the bodies. But if it happened in the mist during a feast of the Yomi Purge, didn't that mean he should have been present during the feast? From what I could tell, last time the mist scared the people there and drove them to panic. Kanzo hadn't reacted like that, while the old wolf guy had said that the wolves were coming. It was likely they'd experienced the feast before. But I didn't know what had happened to the other people. or what I'd even do with that information. One thing I could say was that the survivors either killed or silently approved of killing people. Chiemi could be one of them. And so could the students. Even if I couldn't connect all the dots, it was entirely possible. I had to keep myself together. I had many things to think about later, but for now, I had a goal to complete. And yet, the people at the main house... Say, Nosato. You said that construction site is yours, right? Right. What of it? Is that prefab usable? For what? I just thought it'd be a better place for the troubled outsiders to stay at. After thinking for a moment, Kyono returned inside. I expected him to say something like, why would I, a village head, solely my hands with Yasumizu's problems, or something, so this came as a surprise. Kyono came back shortly. This should be it. The previous head of the family brought it here after the incident, and just as I'd expected, it was the key box. Thank you very much. Wait, I didn't say I'd give it to you. In fact, why would I, a village head, soil my hands with Yasumi's problems? Of course! We're only half right. We knew he was going to say it, but he still offered to help. And there it was. You have a point. I'm sorry. I'm joking. I didn't say I wouldn't give it either. Wow, what a pain in the ass. Unlike Miro or Serizawa, you seem to know how to behave around the heads. Yasumizu inhabitant or not, I value such people. We village heads are responsible for maintaining order in Fujiyoshi. Thank you very much. Oh, so I believe the concept of noble assembly. Shame you didn't have the ability for it. So, this is the shelter we have, huh? First, I had to check that the place was even usable. The equipment and materials were all gone. The only thing of note here was the sink in the wall. The flooring was cold and a bit sandy. But with a bit of cleaning and a futon, it could be a decent living space. There was no running water, but if we placed a water bucket here, whoever was living here could easily wash themselves. Ah! Need keys 3 and 20, and I don't have either of them. Turn to the dining hall. I'll be coming back to this one. I now have one empty living space. Getting the dorm room, was even harder. I didn't even think I could force it at this stage. However, it was still a better option than just wandering around looking for alternatives that may not even exist. This would be a real waste of time if it didn't end up saving him. I wasn't about to stop trying, though. It was still just a bit afternoon. Really? It's that early in the day still. I got plenty of time. Honestly, I was a bit hungry. But there was a strange, powerful reek coming from the dining hall. I had no idea what could have caused this. Oh, I can imagine. It's probably some of the gourmet food. Was it a toilet? No. It was more along the lines of rot. Animal rot, at that. Did someone already die? My memories made me forget the situation was still peaceful, and I dashed. Suddenly, a dense wall rose up before me. What? I was pushed away. Hi, Kanzo. How you doing? Nice to see you alive. Ah, spaced out for a moment, but then I realized I bumped into the local hunter, Kanzo. You're the one, eh? This is the first time I'd seen him hold his gun in his hands. But I was even more troubled by his face. Pretty sure I'd seen the old lady, Tai, wear something similar the first time. All that had happened later made me forget about it, but man was it weird. Sorry, there was a weird smell, so I was wondering if everything was okay. It's Shishinari. Huh? That's Shishinari boiling. They're feeding the journalists. Oh yeah, Hisako was here to eat something strange. Be careful, boy. Alright, may I have your name? Makishima. And he left. The bundle he had on his left hand told me he'd only been there to get his lunch. He was as tough as I remembered. That chest made it hard to believe how old he was. What a hunk of a man. That thought made me seem like some love-struck teen girl. Anyway, that cleared things up. The smell was caused by cooking. Because I do believe it's like fermented meat that they're cooking up. Gathered my resolve and went inside. Oh, where were you? I had things for you to do. Kaori glared at me a bit. Crap, I'd have to make up for the points I'd lost. I'm sorry, I had business with Nosato. Business with him? Did Higuchi tell you to give him a message? No. Mamiya, Hashimoto, can I have a moment? Besides the one in charge here, and that sleepyhead, you also had the journalists who were busy taking photos and jotting down notes. I was impressed by their professionalism being able to get back to work right after the problem was solved, although it actually wasn't. Sorry to bother you while you're working. Nosato-san said it's not good to spend a night in the van and gave me the key to the prefab. Oh. What? Nosato said that? Well, it's nice to find out how she usually called him. Apparently, there's one more room, too, so why don't you ask if they can open that up so you can spend the night under a roof? I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't want to force anyone to give me a room. Of course you didn't. That was the normal thing to think. Kaori, we really should open the door. Losing to Nosato would bring shame to Yasumizu. I won't say anything about that, but yes, even if there aren't any bad people here, I don't feel good about letting a young lady sleep in a car. Kaori, can we have lunch? And the most important person around joined the scene. What? Nosato gave me a key. It's for the prefab, but still, now one of them can rest with a roof over their heads. Oh, that's... I wasn't explicit about it, but she instantly understood what I was getting at. But that place is... I don't mind having a new neighbor. By the way, what kind of place is the dorm anyway? That's the place for the children who will soon leave Yasumizu. To live in Yasumizu means to be a part of Yasumizu for the rest of your life, but that doesn't apply to the children. That makes it the only special place here, and the people of Count Fujiyoshi silently agree. Oh. So this is just another way Count Fujiyoshi exerted power over Yasumizu. They take all the children away. I can understand why they didn't want to mess with it. But I knew from experience that it wasn't an insurmountable obstacle. They'd open it up for an emergency, but tomorrow would be too late. And I didn't really have a good way to convince them that this was indeed an emergency. Yeah, it'd be crazy to tell them, hey, the Mists are actually coming. It's fine. I'm used to sleeping in a car. You can use the prefab, Hashimoto. That car is more than enough for just me. Not to mention you're the one doing all the driving. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Talking about the prefab uphill, aren't we? I'm not sure I want to let a woman sleep there. As we pondered... Excuse me. Hashimoto actually spoke up and walked to Tai. Can I help you? If you have a proper room, could you please open it up for her? She's a tough lady who can handle work in this field, but she's still unmarried. As her partner, I don't want her to do anything she shouldn't have to. I'll thank you in whatever way I can, so please. He bowed. His large body bent in two, but Tai still had to look up at him. I understand, but... Whoa! Tai was on the verge of giving in. Hey, Fusaishi, so you came back, huh? Why were you out when Kaori was making food? You got some nerve leaving when she needed your help. Oh, Takumi. Perfect timing. Huh? What? Perfect timing indeed. He was the best person to convince Tai. God damn, just say... Yeah, okay, good. And in the end, she agreed. The word unmarried meant a lot to her, apparently. She seemed to become more considerate of Mamiya after that. One of the reasons for this victory was the pressure emitted by Hashimoto's massive presence, and the other was the fact he presented a reason that resonated with her. And then Takumi joined the scene and gave her the final push. This wasn't exclusive to Yasumizu, but finding a compromise in the community without common interests was really difficult. It was especially hard when you couldn't give proper reasons for your words. They started to suspect I was a slacker, but I said that I was called by Nosato, and though it surprised them, they believed me. Because I'm pretty sure the last thing that they want to do is talk to Nosato. They would rather just, okay, Nosato wanted to see you. All right, we don't want to talk to him. We're not going to confer with him. We'll just leave it at that. And as a result, I had to make up a story about how he was shy, but actually considerate of everyone, which is why he called me. After all, I couldn't let them think I decided this by myself. After we got the key from Tai-san, the two journalists and I left the dining hall to prepare our living spaces. The dorm room was clean to begin with. There was gas, water, and a futon, exactly like I remembered it. Good. The house I'd be staying at was clean too. All I had to do was get a futon and fill the pail with water. The prefab, though, took a while to clean. Takumi brought the cleaner pieces of tatami from the abandoned shacks here, which made a relatively livable space. Well, if we're staying here, we might as well experience the local daily life. Shame I won't be able to make an article out of it. They seem to be satisfied with that reason. I hope we can work at a safer place next time. Sorry, most of my gigs are like this, aren't they? Oh, but this is better for me. I have insurance, and it's far safer than a war zone. Oh my god, I need a prequel of these two in a war zone. I gotta see that. He'd been in such places? He did more legwork than his looks would have you believe. But you're a woman, Kyu. I keep telling you not to mention that. There are no genders while we're working. Sadly, dangerous places are riskier for women than men. Well, you know, I can't get any better jobs or a man. It's rough, huh? Their relationship was just that of good business partners. Mamiya was a passionate journalist, while Hashimoto was a senior who was worried about her and helped her out. There was a decent balance here. That's unexpected. You're good looking, so I figured you'd be more popular. Flattery won't get you anywhere. Oh, believe me, if I was less pathetic, I'd have gone for you without hesitation. What an honor. How old are you, by the way? 24. And I'm about to enter my 30s. I'd feel really bad. Oh, come on. Unmarried 30-year-olds weren't rare this day and age. Though I preferred women were a bit more bothersome. Jeez. What's this tub? Ah, it's to clean your body. Ah, but we'll only be here for a day. I was told it's a custom here. Can you tell us more? Alright, this is a good chance to share info with them. Alright. Presenting his info I heard from Uematsu and Kiyonosuke, I told them about what had to be done when the mists came. Couldn't sound too knowledgeable, though since I was a newbie here, but I was able to imply there was just supernatural danger involved. Mamiya was extremely intrigued and quickly asked for extra info, like the stuff about the four-head families. Did my best to mention only what I found out this time around, but I couldn't help worrying that I would say too much. Interesting. That's so Shinto-like, though. I wonder how it was passed on. Strange Tori. Families with guardians to their names, accustomed to cleanse only when the mists come. They don't seem too hospitable to guests, though. What a mystery. How did such unique customs survive in such a remote farming village? Was he more peculiar back in the day? Really does look like this is your calling, Kyu. Oh, apologies. Anyways, we have places to sleep in and know what to do if the mists come. Let's go back to work. You're satisfied with the dorm, right? Then I'll use this place. And if you want, you can use the cabin downhill. This prefab is still pretty cramped. Don't worry, I can sleep anywhere. And you're going to live here, aren't you? You should get used to your new home as quickly as possible. He had a point. Also, I borrowed the place from Uematsu. I didn't have the right right to let just anyone use it. I think that's the first typo I've seen in this entire game. Not bad. Typos happen. I can agree with Hashimoto, and or I could just say no. Ooh, interesting. Key number 16. There's quite a few branching paths here. Got no choice but to agree at this point. Alright, sorry about that. He's probably still going to die somehow. Don't be. We should be thanking you. You did a lot for us, didn't you? Huh? That Nosato didn't seem like the considerate type, so I can only guess that you got him to help. Oh, you're giving me way too much credit. This girl tends to push herself too hard. Thank you for caring for her where I couldn't. Hey, you're only a dozen years older than me. Don't act like my dad. Something about him that bothered me. Anyway, with that done, I fear I spent my remaining time trying to rub elbows with the rest of Yasumizu. Though I already had a job here, I had to make up for not helping out at the dining hall before dinner. Yeah, you gotta do some dishes or something, buddy. But, is this when the students are coming? I don't like this music. What's going on? Did I walk in on something? You can't work on an empty stomach. Kaori gave me a bowl. For some reason, her smile seemed a bit warped. Probably wasn't on purpose, though. It was just the effect of the smell. No, the miasma coming from the food she gave me was just that powerful. Are you upset about something? Huh? No. Why would you think that? I couldn't feel any anger in her voice or expression, but being new here, I couldn't understand the mentality of someone trying to present something like this as food. As I twitched in fear that this was punishment for slacking off, Kaori suddenly gave me a full smile. Oh, it's the smell, isn't it? This is Shinshari. It's that because of a traditional technique to keep the game meat fresh. I see. Thought you were trying to make me sick or something. So this was the infamous dish made of fermented game meat. The nare part of the name had referred to long fermentation, just like in narazushi for fermented sushi. I don't think I would ever want to eat fermented sushi. I'll just let that one... I like sushi, but fermented sushi, yeah, there's a limit to that. I had no clue how they gave it such a strong smell, though. Did they reuse the same marinade for decades? Like with the salt they used for sun-dried mackerel? They used to eat it raw before, but they eventually found out it's dangerous. And now we boil it or use it in stews or soups. I'd probably use it in a stew because everything else that you could use for the broth would probably cover up the smell and the taste. Used to be a celebrated dish here. This is what's left from what I made for the journalist. Please consider it my way of welcoming you. What a welcome. Okay, I had to steel myself. I actually had a soft spot for strange delicacies. I'd tried sun-dried mackerel and any other weird foods I could get my hands on. Okay, so this shouldn't be a problem for him. No way I could refuse this. You gotta get used to eating this. I mean, I've been eating Yasumizu's food since I was a little girl. Would eating this turn me into a zombie or something? No, I would prove that idea wrong. Thank you. Picked up the bowl and the chopsticks. Brown rice, covered in tumbled, crumbled bits of meat. They should have used the brown rice. You know, that's healthy. The soup stock seemed as light as if they would be used in Kamafuji Yoshi, but I didn't know what to think of the meat's color. What was up with this greasy, shiny green surface? The reek attacked my nose once again. Damn it, I couldn't back out now. Gathering my resolve, I quickly put some stock, rice, and meat in my mouth. What? Was it good? I really couldn't tell. I had absolutely no idea what I was eating here. The texture, the sensation on the tongue, everything was new to me. The taste was extremely acidic, salty, and rich in animal protein. But that weird smell smothered most of it, forcing me to continuously convince myself that I was eating something good. I felt like my body would reject it all if I didn't. Holding the aversion at bay, I somehow swallowed it. The aftertaste was better than I expected, but as the reek faded, it made way for a strong, beastly smell. Yeah, in a way, this taste was an exciting form of entertainment by itself. I don't even know how to... I don't even know of a food I could think that would compare to that. That I would have had. Because if I had something exotic or something that not normally eaten, it would have been prepared in a way that wasn't bad. Like bull's tongue. They shaved it thin to make it look like salami, which was probably the best choice for it. Oh my, you're such a good eater. I could get used to this. Yes, I understand what you mean. I didn't know what to think of it when I first came here, but now, I sometimes even crave it. He looks so worried. Look at him. I wasn't lying. It really did seem like a taste I could get used to. It was hard to honestly call it good, but at least it did feel nutritious. As reciting a prayer, I repeatedly tried to convince myself of that as I emptied the bowl I was given. Oof. Thank you for the meal. You're welcome. So I'd finally eaten something from Aozumizu. Does that mean I was a true local now? Or Yomobito? Whatever. As long as I could go back to square one, I would explore all the options I had available. Exactly. That's a fourth wall break right there. Rhythmic cutting sounds were reaching my ears. As Kaori began preparing food in the kitchen, I did the work assigned to me. I had to repair numerous cracked and broken dishes I had there. Apparently, they couldn't afford anything new, so they opted to take what was thrown out and Kevin Fujiyoshi had repaired into something usable. I mean, yeah, I guess that's just how it goes. Was there no end to how pitiful things were here? Dude, this is the village of outcasts. You're lucky that this is all there. You're lucky that they even get this. The broken plates and cups were all wrapped in old newspaper, and all I had to do was unwrap them and put them back together. It was actually kind of fun, sort of like a jigsaw puzzle, but man, there were a lot of them. I'd have to do this for entire boxes full of broken tableware. I did wonder whether they actually needed so much, but apparently they just barely had enough, so they wanted to have some spares. Yeah, it's always good to have spares. I used some all-purpose glue from a 100-yen shop. They bought it from a nearby town. Kaori-san laughed about saying, "We got far more value out of this than a 100-yen bowl." I just about cried. Oh my god. It was a strange mix of modern frugality and the poverty of ancient times, and it exemplified just how weird Yasumizu really was. As I worked, I realized that many of the plates and cups had a familiar symbol on them. This is the Higuchi family crest. What kind of mark is this? Asked Kaori over the counter. Oh, that's the crest of the watering hole family. The Higuchi. I was about to mention the name, but then I realized that Kaori probably didn't have good memories of them. I heard that examining these crests helped understand the lineage and like, but I had no knowledge necessary for this. Did the other head families have crests too? Yes, I like the Nosato one. It's cute. Cute? From what I recall, the Nosato family was the crow. Did it have a bird on it or something? Uematsu was the spider, Nosato was the crow, Higuchi was the monkey, and Miguruma was the snake. They worshipped the mountain and these guardians. It was significant not only for Fujiyoshi's culture, but the Feast of the Omi Purge as well. Memory served, Chiemi had told me last time that whether you had a guardian or not was relayed by a mark of blood on your skin. Waking up to find blood on your body was something straight out of a horror movie. Didn't the wolves and Haruchan say it was done through dreams? Yeah, let's just ignore this. This was rough. 2 wolves and a traitor. 3rd imposter. If that was true, I'd be at a loss. It'd be an actual supernatural phenomenon. Still, were wolves and humans informed differently? This was something I'd have to look into starting tomorrow. Where can I see the other crests? You could probably find the Nosatos in the Nosato mansion, but the others? Oh, the accessory on Uematsu-san's chest is based on her crest. So that is based on hers, okay. That thing, huh? I thought it was kind of weird looking. I'll try looking for them. I wouldn't want to disrespect them out of ignorance. You might be right. I'll tell you if I find something. Please do. I continued working as we talked. There was a small, ancient TV here. Apparently, you could get public broadcasting here, but not much else. I mean, we're lucky to even get that. That was probably enough for everyone to gather here and have dinner while watching something. I was told that all the dorm rooms had TVs, too. That had to be another way they pampered the children who'd eventually leave this place. It strongly demonstrated how much of an exception the dorm was for Yasumizu. My eldest lives in the dorm and always tells me what happened in yesterday's shows. We could only turn this on at night, you see. Normally, giving TVs to the younger generations would be a sign of luxury, but it was the other way around here. The children went to school in Kamifujiyoshi, but they never went anywhere beyond that, and just went straight home, and Kamifujiyoshi was secluded to begin with. That was why they prioritized giving TVs to the children, to let them know what was happening outside the village to help them learn modern Japanese culture. That is very smart of them. Apparently, they also covered their electricity and gas bills. They had to be frugal, but they didn't mind supporting the children's access to TV. Chiemi was the first Yasumizu child to make it to college, and Yasunaga was expected to follow her footsteps. Basically, they thought if they supported the young ones and helped them become prominent figures in society, the money they'd send back would make life easier for those who stayed here. Yeah, apparently if they give them even 500 yen, that would be a godsend to restoring this village. I honestly hope Yasunaga is able to live freely unhindered by his roots here. He has to get far away from the village. But as you can see, my second son has some flaws, so I have to keep him close. But my eldest is, if you don't mind me bragging, simply excellent. My late husband was clever too, but had an intense nature, and it seemed like those two qualities were split between my sons. Do feel guilty I couldn't give birth to two clever boys. Birthing the second was so difficult that both of us almost died. Did he come out like that because I tried too hard at the time? Kiori was pretty talkative about this. I knew I was a stranger and she had to introduce Yasumizu to me, but this was a bit too much if you ask me. Probably a sign of just how helpless she felt right now. Maybe Takumi should just propose to her and lighten Oribe's burden. Marrying a widow with sons in middle to high school was difficult, and I could only assume it was his main issue. Feeling a bit conflicted, I glanced at the cheap alarm clock on the TV. It's 3 p.m. Any minute now. We're back. Huh? Don't know this guy. Thank you, Mochi. There, the high schoolers were back. Welcome back. This is Fusaishi. He suddenly moved here to Yasumizu. Let's get along. Now this is unexpected. I'm Yasunaga. Kaori's son, right? She told me about you. What did you tell him exactly? Get along with my good-for-nothing son. Oh man. This is Chikamochi, and that's Haru. Call him Mochi. Give me your life. Nope. Hey Mochi, what's that? Is he one of those cool guys? He scares me. Cool guys. Yasun probably has a better face and personality than him. Can he win against him? Sure he can. Challenge you to a duel. What? Wait, I am your opponent here. Alright, let's go. Which one of us can go the longest without pissing? You cur. You know I'm trying my hardest to hold it in. I'm at my limit too, actually. Oh my god. What is going on? I just lost it. Am I trying to convince them I'm a weirdo too? Well, this is not the ending. This is not the ending I'm looking for. But the one who pisses his pants first is the winner. All right, wait, no, it isn't. Just go already. Oh dear. Both had a forfeit. Just weird. You two sure get along. The bond of piss, man. Oh god. Yeah, wait, no! Again, this is Haru. Nice to meet you. Well, she's got a better attitude than the first time we met her the last time, so. Yeah. You have a unique fashion sense. Got a problem with it? I got it all at a 100 yen shop at Kachihara at the end of last year. That was just sad. Something I expect from an elementary schooler. Oh, it's good. Again, let's get along. Nichan. He's trying to flirt with me. I'm scared. I really don't think he is. Man, Haru was distrustful of me even without the misunderstandings regarding Chiemi and I. Perhaps there really were people you just couldn't get along with. How sad. Oh, you fixed so many bowls and cups. We were supposed to do that. Sorry to trouble you with it. It's fine, I had fun. There's still plenty left. Yasunaga, leave him be and go review your lessons. Alright, I'm going to the dorm then. Let's have our duel another time. Then I'll be going now. The high schoolers left. Have you met everyone in Yasumizu by this point? I guess so. There was one exception though. Man who cried wolf. I'm sorry. That was a bit of a rude response. 1, 2, 3. Journalists included, I met 14. Huh? 1, 2. Oh, but if we don't include you, there should be 15. Suddenly, as if rehearsed, the final person appeared. This guy. Ah, perfect timing. This is the old man of Yasumizu. No one knew his name, did they? Hello. Like always, it was hard to tell whether he was listening or not. I'll be living here from now on. Pleasure to meet you. Coming. There it was. His shtick. Huh? What? He beckoned me closer. Carefully brought my ear to his mouth. Sway back! The wolf is coming. Whoa! You surprised me. I evaded the potential damage to my eardrums. I had no idea what he was thinking, but he was grinning. I'm hungry. Please wait. I'll make you an onigiri. What? You could be making onigiri? You can give me a bowl of that? Might have actually been the first time I saw him properly communicate with someone. Yeah, about as proper, I guess, as he could get. Once given the onigiri, he quickly munched it all up, leaving a big mess, and just staggered out. Yeah, figured. According to Kaori, he's always been a part of the whole Yasumizu package. He seemed to have something wrong with his head, intended to cause trouble here. He's probably a survivor from the last Yomi purge feast. And he just wasn't the same ever since. Always apart, eh? Would it be wrong to assume he'd experienced something that made him go insane? At the very least, his catchphrase about wolves coming gave me that impression. He experienced the feast once, and the fear made the boy who cried wolf become the old man who cried wolf. Yeah, you're not going to forget something like that. Perhaps he'd even seen that thing. I'd love to hear what he had to say, but that seemed difficult. Is that everyone? Seems so. Glad to have heard so much from Kaori, but I would have liked to talk to the young ones more. Chiemi, too. Was it possible for me to forge a proper relationship with her starting tomorrow? Let's rest until 6. With you here, everything was taken care of so quickly. You're a great help. Oh, it was nothing. After helping with the dinner preparation, I was mostly done for the day, so I was free to take a breather. It's almost 5 p.m. I hadn't been keeping track of time on the previous loop, but the mist had to appear soon. Needless to say, I was slightly tense. Not having anything better to do, I went outside, looked up at the sky. The evening sun bathed everything in a red hue. Sorry, gotta check something first. This is probably the last time I'd see the mountain in the distance. No, this time I would survive until the mists cleared. Then I will look at this with the one dear to me and leave this place for good. As I gathered my resolve. Not even close. 8. The donut bologna rice snows on the mountain. What the hell does that even mean? I suddenly heard an off-key singing voice, completely deflated the tension of the scene. Oh. I could see Maiko running through the plaza. She clearly noticed me. Uematsu-san was right behind her. 139 over 108. Interesting. Getting lower. Fusayuki. That wasn't my name. I'm Haruaki. Haruaki. Just call me Haru. Jeez. Ah, Fusaishi. You worked hard, I presume. I'm still shining with energy. How reliable. I'm going to look at the field downhill before dinner time comes. Oh, just like last time, huh? I've been busy fixing up my bike here, so I hadn't even noticed him go down. There's a field downhill? Yes, though it's more of a graveyard. Grave. Is there anything significant? Oh, that aside, your clothes are a bit Buddhist, aren't they? Are you giving a memorial service or something? Yes, the Uematsu were responsible for funeral rites. Our faith might have the roots in Buddhism as a result of that duty. So Mamiya was right. Bedroom, woman servants, was it? Perhaps they protected not only dreams, but also eternal sleep, the peace of the dead. Though, as our blood became less pure, we became unable to fulfill these duties, so we left them to the Miguruma. Despite that, after moving here to Yasumizu, you hold services for the local graves, huh? That is my intention, yes, but this time... What? I've become a bit worried. She looked towards the direction of Saranaga again. Perhaps she could feel the coming of the mists with her skin. I heard that sensitive people could sense incoming weather changes by differences in pressure and humidity alone. Yeah. Just take war vets with their knees. Sometimes bad weather really gets the making. Especially if it hasn't hit yet. Will something happen? No. I think it's probably merely my imagination. Uematsu-san leaned on the pillar supporting the well's roof. Apparently she decided against going to the field. Realizing this, Mako started playing around. Kids sure are a bundle of energy, huh? Indeed. Everyone was afraid of her, because she come through Saranaga. But she turned out to be an energetic child. Truly a relief. I wonder what happened to her. Perhaps she was doing her hardest to run away from a forced suicide in the mountains. That seemed likely. Takumi had mentioned last time that lots of suicidal people gathered here. But why did you... I was about to ask why she was the one to take care of her, but then I remembered something. She took in the corruption. That was one of the roles she was expected to fulfill. It felt wrong to me, but I didn't know why I actually had a problem. But I didn't know what I actually had a problem with. Mako's parents? The locals who treated her like filth? Or perhaps the customs and superstitions that caused it? 9. One whole birthday cow to find. 10. The kissed mice sway again. What the hell is the song? That's a unique song. I heard it during a broadcast at Kami Fujiyoshi. I actually heard it here in the last loop, but whatever. It's an old song about the teachings of the great Lord Shinai-sama, the incarnation of this mountain that keeps us alive. Shinai-san's... Not gonna sing. Shinai-san's guardians are 1 snake, 2 monkey, 3 crow, 4 spider. She began singing out of nowhere. 5. Prepare for the feast when the evening mists arrive. 6. The badger runs along late with Nair as a fix. Her clear voice vanished in the wind passing the empty plaza. However, I could hear it very well. 7. The corrupt Yomibito rise to oppose the mountain. The tone of the song suddenly changed. 8. Death of the damned Yomibito is the mandate. Her singing now brought out feelings of unease. 9. 1 soul per day now to bind. No, it's not. Oh, I'm about to say no. Is it not working? No, it's on a small delay. Okay. It's on a small delay. I was like, did that thing break again? No, it didn't. All right, good. Yeah, just all of a sudden everything flowed, and then once you get to 8, boom. Like, no, 7 or 8, like the tone completely changes. One soul per day now to bind. 10. The mists rise away again. Yeah. I'm going to need to check the sound alerts and see where the... I need to see what's going on with that thing. I swear it should be going a little bit faster than that. Quite a noticeable delay. The mists rise away again. Yeah, but you're gonna have to compete with me, who's stopping all the time to let my own mind wander. All right, why are you covered in blood this time, Chimmy? Were you helping Konzo butcher his catch? Is that what was going on? An ice-cold voice cut her off. I looked at the source, and a chill went down my spine. It was Chiemi, covered in the red of the evening, as well as the red of blood. Her whole body was covered in blood. You were working hard, I see. Oh, I was. Huh? Serizawa, what happened? Oh, sorry, I guess making such a dramatic entrance while looking like this is a bit scary, huh? It's a bit sus is what it is. She gave me a broad grin, but yeah, she's probably butchering some animals for Konzo. I believe she had to dismantle Wild Game. Oh, nice. Okay, that is interesting to know. That is interesting to know. Yep, Konzo got a big one this morning. The muscles and bones on this thing were huge. Oh yeah, Takumi had her help Konzo. Wow, you know how to butcher wild game? It's easy when you get used to it. Your clothes are a mess now, though. You sure that's not a problem? I didn't mean for this to happen. My hand slipped a bit. Yeah, I probably do. Well, I have another set of these clothes, so it ain't a problem. You're gonna have to wash those still. She laughed and it made her look even scarier. You just call me Chiemi, by the way. Drop that fancy talk, too. Jeez. Rikako, come on. Get used to people on a first-name basis. I know it's Japan and all that, but come on. You're in a small town. Adapt. What was that, Rikako? No. It clearly was. Alright. Chiemi. You can call me just Haruki too. Talk to me like I'm a friend. Oh, really? Alright. Haruki, want to get to know each other over some food? Oh god, this is... Oh my god. That one played a little bit faster, and that thing is loud on my headphones. Oh, man. Like, for some reason, I got that... No. My brother does that to me all the time. He loves replying to that one, just to throw me off. And it's intentionally loud. Like, it's probably the loudest thing out of everything I have. Maybe the Vegeta screaming one would be loud as well. They have no idea what to make of Rikako there. By the way, are we getting some of that game meat for dinner? Of course, we're in for some good eating. Nice. We're going to get some fresh meat, probably along with some of the fermented meat. Woohoo! Isn't that great, Uematsu? What? Please call me Rikako. God. Finally! She's finally caught on with everybody. I would not have it at 300 points. It was just Nani. I'd have it a lot. I would have it a lot less. Please call me Rikako. Rikako? And she's still freaked out by it. What kind of response was that? What is it? Haruaki. There we go. She's about to call me by some weird name, but she somehow managed to actually get my name on the one right. Okay. Problem being that she called out to me, but I didn't actually have anything to say. Oh boy. Is Taiba gonna walk around again? Oh, what's your problem, Chiemi? Jealous? You don't even know me! Not in this timeline! Haruaki, want to come watch me butcher game? You'll see me cut some meat with a huge hunting knife. Sploosh, sploosh. Oh my god! She's sounding psychotic! She's sounding more sus than the first time I met her! Whoa, that kind of invitation would have weirded out anyone normal, but me? I was actually intrigued. Yeah, probably because she knows she's not a serial killer. Haruaki. Yes? Shall we go there? Where? He's new. He's from the outside. He's not a child. And he's not an old man that's looking after... That's... Who everybody knows loves the woman of the dining hall. So, you know, slim pickings here. I mean, we all know we can't rely on Haruaki in a fist fight. As far as main characters go, I find him somewhat... He's got more brains than Braun, that's for sure. He definitely likes to question a lot of things that I would question, but he cannot. I cannot trust him for anything that requires physical exertion. Like, I was like, dude, I know the woman's crazy and has a knife, but can you at least, like, pin her down or something? Or, like, smack the knife out of her hand? No. Gets to grab a chair and just swing it at her or something. Can't do anything by himself. He's definitely smart, but brains isn't going to always get him out of danger here. Gonna need something else. Where? So, I mean, I have a decent opinion of him. Like, he's above neutral in how much I like the main character. I haven't seen anything yet that would really, like, tank my opinion of him. The graveyard. The invitation even freakier than the previous one. It felt like she'd take me straight to the land of the dead, though that was interesting in its own way. Huh? And what exactly are you going to do there, Rikako? Okay, that's just... for some reason, that just makes it all look just even more crazy. What of you, Sarazama? Are you aware how absurd it is to show him a feast of blood? Even if it is for Yasumizu, blood is linked to the corruption. God! What is the female? What would the female version of a cockfight sound like? Rakako, do you know that lewdness is also dirty, right? No. Like, for me to hate a character, they have to do something that I cannot forgive. Something like Hope in Final Fantasy 13. Absolutely hate that whiny pissant. God. These two. Oh, whatever are you imagining? I was not thinking of anything of the sort. Really? You seem like a real closet pervert to me. Jesus Christ. These two. Don't worry. All men love lewd women. Oh, jeez. She got excited about that. Her expression changed. This is getting weird. Too bad, though. I have even more lewd power than you. Yeah, like you, she went to college. She knows. What? No fair. Oh my gosh, she got disappointed. Oh my god. The hell are you two talking about? Husayuki, are you popular? Apparently I am. Mako, whatever do you... Oh, you're out of the race? Guess I'll have him then. You will? That's too good to be true. You're my type. If you're gonna live here, then I guess I'll have something to look forward to when coming back home. Easy in. Easy in, Haru. So I had a chance with Jimmy in this route too, huh? Oh my god. I love it. Oh. Then I shall have many chances while you are away. Oh my god. You got both of them, man. Hope you can handle it. What? Not happening. Yeah, what's gonna happen when you leave, Chemi? Haru's gonna be all alone, and Rikako's gonna be there with him every single day. And with Rikako-san, too. Mei-chan, let's have a race. Yay! Ran around with her like I was a kid her own age again. And that's how you do it, you know. You always get the little kids on your side. Much as I enjoyed them having a cat fight over me, I guess it would be a cat fight, but I've seem to have cat fights being more violent, but this is just... I knew that we were almost out of time. I still have two choices. I need to go back to and make when I get the keys. The dense mist began flowing into the plaza. No way. My tone was a bit forced, but no one paid any heed. The mists are here. Chami's loud voice filling everyone into a frenzied panic. Bachan's in the house. What about the old man? I ain't that old. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the old man who cried wolf. No! Not the mists! God, she looks so terrified. I'm enjoying this picture right here. After the last round, you traitorous bitch. I hate people who third imposter, man. I hate those people. Especially when there's no reason that they're doing it. When they're really throwing the game like she did. Chi, take the brats to the dorm. Yeah, Haruaki. I'll lead them. Alright, please do. Haruaki, this is Yasumizu's mist. Please do whatever she tells you, even if it sounds stupid. Alright. Oh, so this is the mist. I guess we should count ourselves lucky we got to see it. It's probably bad for our equipment. This is serious. I'm so glad you have rooms. Please run to them immediately. Mamiya-san, you're with us. Cameraman, you... I'll take him. The prefab, right? Come here with me. Don't fall. No need to rush. I couldn't help but worry. Coming. Coming. The wolf is coming! At the edge of my fading vision, I saw the old man mutter that and walk off. Mako, Haruaki. Looks like it was not just my imagination. We have to lock up in our houses now, right? Cleanse, shelter, dream. That is how you prepare for the feast. Please don't forget to do them. Wash my body, lock the door, and sleep? Yes. You will not get to eat until tomorrow, so please be patient. Okay. Got it. This child is more understanding than a lot of other people I know. If they obey the laws, no one will die today. What do you mean? Today, we prepare for the feast. Those who do not are punished by our great Lord Shinai, God who is an absolute asshole. Please, go. Making the wolves seem like the good guys. Rikako took Mako in her hands and took a step back. That alone made her face less clear. Please prepare. I wish to see you again tomorrow. I will. I shouted that right before her face vanished. She clearly liked me.